Happy Motivation Monday, guys, from the park in Valley Village in California. I'm here with Bolt. There he is. I had to have my lunch in the park because everything is closed in California. Because, you know, we're keeping things safe, right? It just amazes me, guys. Seeing all these people with their masks on, out in nature, protecting the earth from carbon dioxide. Is that what they're doing? Or are they protecting themselves from themselves? I'm not sure. Yes, so I just wanted to tell you guys, okay, it is now more than ever so important to think for yourself. Why? Because guess what? I escaped socialism, communism, did a whole thing. I took a train, I jumped the fence, I stayed in an embassy, I got the okay to go to West Germany. And then fast forward, I ended up in America, the country that most Americans suddenly hate because they don't even know what they have or had. So yeah, I escaped communism and I can't wait to get back to it. Oh my God, I have missed it so much. I have missed all these restrictions. I have missed having to whisper my opinion to someone because, you know, I might get punished for thinking for myself. I mean, that's what I did in East Germany, right? And many in East Germany that thought for themselves also had to go to prison and had to go through a lot of stuff. Like, you know, being monitored, being spied on. Doesn't sound at all familiar, does it? But you know, all the kids think it's great because it's great. It's so great because, I mean, the government's, they got us. They're gonna take care of us. You know, we have nothing to worry about. And I mean, by the way, the CDC, if you haven't seen it yet, in the Wall Street Journal, I think it was, they said that it's okay. Alcohol intake and sugar is not bad for you at all. So as long as you have the vaccine, guys, you're gonna be totally safe and healthy. And I mean, just, you know, trust your government because the government has never done their people wrong, ever. I mean, look back in history, you know. History, remember history? Like history class? Anyway. So, you know, I'm just saying, guys, just believe everything you hear on the news because they tell you the truth. They really do. Even if the truth is a bit altered, I mean, you know, they may set up a scene to make it look a bit more kind of like songwriting. When I write a song about a breakup and, you know, I have to make it a bit more dramatic to just make it, you know, make it stick and make it relatable. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I'm being super sarcastic, obviously, but that's what it feels like at the moment. And it just amazes me how many of you are believing everything you are being told, and how many of you are walking around in nature with nobody around, having a little face diaper on. I don't get it. I really don't get it, and I do get it because you are watching so much mainstream media news, and you're doing your research all the time on how many cases, how many deaths, and all that kind of stuff. Well, I hope you're also doing a little bit of research on how many suicides, how many alcohol addiction fatalities have been happening since the pandemic, and you know, how many people die of cancer and heart attacks and strokes. I mean, just saying, like, you know, COVID is not the only reason people die, and it's not the biggest reason people die. So I'm not saying that this virus is not real. I would never say that, and I'm not saying be an idiot. But what I'm saying is, God, you know, California has, I mean, here in Los Angeles, all these restaurants have done everything to make sure it is safe and secure to sit, have social distancing. You know, they have outside heating, they have outside seating with plenty of space, and they're all closed. They all are only allowed to do takeout, pickup. You know, you cannot sit. Yet, I can go to Ross, I can go to Target, I can go to Marshall and touch every fucking thing there is that everyone else has touched before me, and then stand in line where people never quite follow the freaking guidelines, and they're all crammed together. But they got their face diaper on, so we're safe, right? Do you see this? Do you yet see this? You're not allowed to see your family. That's just kind of like East Germany. It's so fun. We were not allowed to watch West German TV. Yeah, it's true. When I got a letter, or I would communicate with someone from West Germany, they knew everything. They were called the Stasi. They knew everything. Who I was in contact with, where I met that person. There's no similarities at all, like with what's going on right now at all. So yeah, I mean, if the government tells you, or the beautiful guy Newsom, right? He's such a great guy. I mean, he makes all these rules to break him. As long as you follow his rules, he doesn't have to follow his rules. So those are your rules, not his rules. So, do you see what's happening? So if the government tells you you can't visit your family, you really follow those orders because they told you to? That is not even a law. That is not a law. And honestly, guys, I hope you realize that following their rules is not affecting their life. It's affecting your life. So you may not ever see a family member again because maybe they're in a hospital and you can't visit them. Not only is it probably contributing to their death even quicker, because isolation, right? We all need human contact. And by being isolated, that's not helping. We all need human touch. We all need human contact. We all need that love. That not just that artificial fucking over the internet, Zoom call, FaceTime love. It's great that we have that. I'm very grateful for that. But it's not the same as giving someone a hug, because that's what we need, but that's been taken away from us. And you know what happens? We humans adapt very quickly. It's kind of funny because we don't really like change, but yet we adapt quickly. So I've already noticed that a lot of people are just making this their new normal, to just not have contact with other people, to just not hug, to not be so close. Everybody's in their own little fucking world, spacing off. I mean, when I drive, honestly, it's like people in the fucking car having a mask on, protecting themselves from the steering wheel. Or maybe, I don't know, there's something in the air in the car. Stop it. So people are getting more and more space. I see them in their car driving, and they don't even pay attention. They just becoming more and more reckless, more and more whatever. People run around in their fucking sleeping pants, because who gives a fuck, right? Nobody gives a fuck anymore. This is very dangerous. This is like mental health pandemic. This is becoming very, very serious. As we become more and more detached from one another, we just become these lost little souls that just wander off. And if you don't have the support, you can wander off, falling off a cliff really quickly. So I encourage you, reach out, connect. If you really freaked out about the pandemic, practice social distancing, but meet up with people, communicate with people. And I'm not talking about just sending a fucking emoji in your email, in your Instagram, in your Facebook. No, call somebody, check up on them, talk to them, have a conversation. We need this now more than ever. Go to a park, look the other way, but give someone a fucking hug. Just fucking do it. Honestly, you're not gonna get Rona from pointing your face that way, having your fucking mask on, and giving someone a hug that you care about. Guys, I can't stress this enough. I see it happening. I see so many people being so detached, being so aloof, because they're kind of lost. You know, I feel very grateful, and I can't recommend that enough. I have a community that I joined online, Rama TV. It's Kundalini Yoga, and I highly recommend Kundalini Yoga. I've been talking about it. And actually on Wednesday, I don't even know what day, I'm going to share a 3-minute Kundalini exercise with you guys every week, a new practice that you can do to work your nervous system, to work your glandular system, to work your pineal gland. That's very important, to really stay connected and strong and not get destroyed by what's been going on, because it's destroying us. Please believe me when I say that. You know, it's been happening, and if you really are a bit more tuned in, you know it's happening. And you know that certain people you maybe had close contact with have become slightly different. Gotta watch out that bulb is not running off. So I highly recommend that. I will be starting my online vocal program on the 15th of January. And what this is, I'm going to talk more about it as well. I think I want to do it on a different channel. Singing is so therapeutic. Singing, it's not just singing, it's yoga, it's breath exercises, which really helps with your lungs, with the immune system. All that is totally connected. So do the things that really make you happy, and make sure to reach out and stay connected to a community. Very important. Community is at this very moment everything. And also, don't just blindly follow rules that are made up by people that don't even follow their own rules. You know, I mean, that should tell you everything right there. And there's so many ironic things that are happening that make absolutely no sense, and I know you know that. And that's another reason to really confuse us humans and make us just like go whatever, you know, slightly spin us out of control. And when you're slightly out of control, you are easily controlled. I'm going to leave you with that. Reach out to someone today. Have an honest, real conversation, and share a story. Let them know they're loved, they're cared for, and they're not alone. You're not alone. I'm here with you, and I would love your experience. Like in the comments below, let me know how you're currently feeling, what you're doing to stay sane. And if you've experienced the same thing, if you notice that people are just a bit more like spaced out all the time, you know, and I'm guilty of it too. I'll talk to someone and then just like I forget about it, and later on I'm like, oh shit, I never got back to them, or I never really spent the time to talk to them. So I'm doing my best to not fall into that trap, because I have slightly fallen into that. And again, that's why my yoga practice is so important, because it helps me to stay centered and grounded. So also, you know, go outside and walk on the grass barefoot. You know, if you're in the snow, walk outside in the snow and just connect with earth. Very important. Very important to stay grounded and do some meditation. Even if you don't really like meditating, just like sit still for a minute and just like shut off all the noise in your mind, you know, if that's all that you can do. And even if it's just like 5 minutes, take that time. I love you guys so much. You can always reach out to me. I'm here for you. I want to do so much more, because I've noticed definitely through my yoga practice that I'm here to help, and that I'm here to help heal people and just be of service. I know that, and we all are, but the message is coming clearer and clearer, and that's why I need to do that vocal program, and also this channel. I have to continue this channel. I hope you also like the podcast on Fridays. That's going to be a permanent thing now. 2021 is all about coming together. It's all about really knowing our vision, like knowing our goals and going for it. It's a very powerful year, and I want you to all take your power back. Take your power, your inner power and strength back, and just follow your passion, follow your dreams. Love you guys. I'll talk to you on Wednesday. Bye, guys. By the way, these are the new shirts for the Jack Van B clothing line. The inked tops, and those are the apocalyptic tops. What do you think, Bold? Aren't they awesome? So jump onto jackvanb.com and purchase yours. They're all handmade, all different. As you can see, this one is extremely fucking dark. But you know, somebody might like it. So spread the word. Those are sun protective shawls, and those are the more subtle ones, I guess you would say. Get two. And those are the hoodie tops, and then I have the ones without the hoodie. The ones without the hoodie are actually the sun protective ones that have the UV plus 40 material. And these are still sun protective, but not sun protective material.